Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Couch Commentators podcast. I'm hosting this week because I'm the best punter alive. I got Lucas, James, and Dan with me. I guess we'll get straight into my punting ability. How do you guys feel about my skills and talent? I'll pass it off to you guys. Okay, thank you. Yep, Lucas.
Look, mate, I must say, you've got a knack for picking a winner, and the last
thanks.
few weeks, I've absolutely given it to you for picking some shorties, like $2.50, $1.90.
Yeah.
But you've gone out on the weekend, and you picked something paying about $5.50 at the jump, and it bolted in. When I was watching it, go.
I actually looked at times, if you believe or not. I actually looked at it, had a faster time than the favourite. I'm like, well.
Jesus.
Yeah, mate.
When I backed it, because I backed it myself,
yeah, nice.
and I saw it come into the straight, and all I thought of was, this is his tip. I really hope it doesn't just bolt in here, and it just dropped them. I was like, I'm gonna have to give it to him.
What about there, James? Actually, any opinion on my great punting?
I'm just an idiot that doesn't back with you, so.
Anyway, lads, we'll get into. I think Anzac Day is a good topic. Anything you get up to Anzac Day, Lucas, mate?
Look, in all honesty, I got up for the old the dawn service, of course.
Yeah,
nice and early, 4:30 wake up, and it's one of the most important days of the year, obviously, for the commemoration of the fallen soldiers in Gallipoli, and even our soldiers that we have fighting on the front lines today. As I said, getting up for the dawn service nice and early, and then spending the day with some
with the family.
the morning with some family and some friends throughout the day, having a bit of beers, catching up. It was that was my day, watching a bit of footy.
What about you, Dan?
Crooked finger, mate.
Oh yeah, was that the crooked finger?
Well, Sam got up at 4:30 for the dawn service,
Oh, good stuff.
went to the local one.
Beautiful.
Went home, had a nap, and then went to the pub with a couple people,
Yeah, nice. Me and James are very lazy and did fuck all.
I went to a service the day before. Does that count?
So that counts. That does count. But
Look,
There was a real big
Other
one
than
at
that, that's-
Carrington there.
yeah, that's good stuff. Mate. It's good stuff. That was why the podcast wasn't recorded on Tuesday. We're doing it late on a Wednesday night. We might be a little tired because we did play Oztag tonight.
Brendan,
Taking
you have
dubs.
to know that.
Someone scored
Taking
4
dubs.
tries. Someone scored 4 tries. I don't know
It
who.
was me. It was me.
Yeah, it's me.
4 bets, 4 tries. All right. Okay. All right.
Anyway.
We'll get into accountability. I'll put it off long enough. Okay, let's talk about Brandon's bet. Over to Dan and your dumb decision. It was a loss, I believe, Dan. How'd you go?
Yeah, it went terribly.
Yeah, no.
Ben Hunt and Blake Florey didn't even look like scoring. The Dragons almost won. But
That was the
they
closest
didn't look
part.
Mate, I'll get more into that later, but yeah.
Yeah. It was close. It was close. I thought you had it, and then it just all went away. But Jim's jam looked all right at one stage.
Yeah, it's just poor Toto was left stranded out there. Talk about
4
that.
tries to Crichton, was it?
Yeah, 3 tries to Crichton.
Bloody hell. No good.
Usually
no good.
Crichton passes those balls as well. That's the most
Yeah.
Yeah,
annoying part.
that's I was like, Jim's jam's off to no.
Yeah, it was literally anytime try score a multi as well started with a loss.
Yeah.
Where's Jim? Where's the jam?
Where's
Where's
the
jam?
Did bonus bet back for James's Jim's jam though. So
Yeah.
True. Good stuff.
technically it's a win.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't lose, then it's a win, I guess. On to Lucas, mate. Another loss. How are you feeling about that one, mate?
Look, guys, I'll tell you how I feel once Chinny Boom crosses the finish line. How about that? Look. I mean, she's an absolute. She's a very fast filly. I was so shocked. She got worked up. She just. Yeah, look, from the moment you saw her in the mounting yard, sweating up a storm and just did not look comfortable, I knew I was in for an absolute shellacking tonight. So
I watched the race. It was just didn't have the extra gear at all. I'm like, what is he talking about?
it's beaten that field, similar fields before. That was also one of the trainers one of the trainers and one of the horses in that race said that's the best 3-year-old field they've had in Queensland in a decade. They reckon that's how good those 3-year-olds are. So
a good excuse,
a good horse is going to come out of that race for sure. And going into the Queensland Winter Carnival, you know, the horses from that race, they're going to be winning more races, to put it that way. So
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Anything else we got about the horse racing?
Look, the Group 1 season for Sydney and Melbourne is over. But, guys, be prepared. Group 1s are back in a few weeks.
Oh.
You know, the Adelaide Carnival is kicking off this weekend in the Australasian Oaks. And then you've got the Queensland Winter Carnival also kicking off with their big Group 1 starting in about a fortnight. So, horse racing chat, a lot of it will be back shortly. Also, I can't forget, sorry, guys, that was a big lead-in from Brandon. And I've just
I know. I tried to segue in, and it was like, oh, where's this going?
But you know, in some sad news, unfortunately, as I'm sure a lot of you guys listening would be aware if you're a punter, that Dean Holland, a Group 1 winning jockey from Victoria, racing in Victoria, he unfortunately passed away on Monday after a fall in race 1 at Donald. Now, he's been remembered, you know, throughout the racing community in South Australia and Victoria mainly. That's where he did a lot of his riding. You know, as a great fun-loving bloke who, you know, he'd give the shirt off his back for you. And it was a huge loss in the racing community to the point where they even had to postpone the races on Anzac Day yesterday, which is a huge thing. And Dean, unfortunately, leaves behind his wife and 4 young kids, which is, as I said, very upsetting. But in a good light, there was a fundraiser set up the same day it happened. So it's only been running for now, what's Wednesday? It's been running for 48 hours. And as of 8:16 p.m. on Wednesday the 26th, the goal of $500,000 raised was doubled. And they're sitting at $1,054,850. So that's
good to see.
Surely
yeah,
Horse
look,
Racing
it's
Australia has put in a lot of money there.
yeah.
Well, if every punter
Sportsbet
just doesn't
in
put one
particular.
bet on, just puts it straight into there, fuck, we could double that.
That's right. Sportsbet, the top donation at $50,000. So that is, you know, massive from Sportsbet. And also a shout out to, I think his name's Tony. Hold on, let me have a look here. Tony Otterbray. Tony Otterbray.
I looked at it actually earlier today. It was only at 800k this morning.
Yeah,
I was looking at
dude,
it.
right?
Yeah, which is crazy.
So Tony Otterbray, who is an account manager for, I'm not too sure, sorry Tony, but he has put in $25,000. He was the very first donation, which is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you just jump on the page right now and you look, you know, 4 minutes ago $50, 5 minutes ago $100, 6 minutes ago $500. It's just awesome seeing the community come together for Dean's wife and children. So Dean will absolutely be missed in the racing community.
Yeah, great to see the horse racing community get together and put that money towards the family, and condolences to the family. We'll put the link in the top of our description, so check it out. But yeah, on to the next. Well, out of the somber times, we're on to a bit of boxing, boys. Bit of boxing. Anyone watch the big boxing fight between Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia? Someone's had to go. Davis winning TKO from a body shot. Lucas, how do you see the fight?
Well, okay, so I watched it. You wouldn't believe it. It was a Sunday.
Did you pay for it? Surely not.
Nah, shit, no. I mean, I guess.
yes, of course.
Yeah. Wait, this isn't UFC, so Dana's not after me.
Okay,
No, I
that's
streamed
good,
that
that's
thing, right? So, special shout out to Moe for sending me a link.
Oh,
Cheers,
no, he's a big fan.
Yeah, Moe's a big fan. Now, look, I did watch the fight. We were at the shops, me and my partner Kate. We were in Kmart. I had the trolley. I had, you know, where the kids sit in the trolley.
Yeah.
Top part there. I had it open.
You had your baby.
With my with my phone on that, just watching it, walking around Kmart, just let Kate do her thing. But look, it was the first 2 rounds were interesting because obviously Ryan Davis is a bigger man, bigger fighter than Gervonta. So Gervonta Davis was very, I wouldn't say timid, but he was very slow to start, and Ryan Garcia really started picking him apart for the first 2 rounds, but after that, Gervonta, very similar to Floyd, where Floyd would sit back, he'd
defend.
Well,
defend.
defend, yeah, but he'd read the opponent, understand what was coming, and then he just sort of took over from the 3rd and 4th onwards, and it was all she wrote with a body shot, which I don't know if it was. I mean, I've never been punched in the body like that, but I don't know if it was as he's made it out to be.
I mean,
I'm not gonna lie. I've just watched it, and it didn't look that bad.
Oh, but you hear what goes through a body when the liver gets punched.
Yeah,
It can release
it
toxins.
paralyzes you.
Yeah.
he went down like 10 seconds later.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it
yeah.
releases toxins. It affects your blood flow. It can really
Yeah.
fuck you up.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never been punched in the liver as well, but maybe we should go all try it out and see, if we'll just drop one.
Like, there's a video idea.
No,
The boys punch each other in the liver and see who gives up first.
There you go.
I mean,
Or should we give Gervonta Davis a call, see if he wants to fly out?
no, I
Yeah.
reckon we just call Nikita or Tim Zoo.
I mean, if they're free,
Yeah.
get them on the podcast, get them to punch us in the gut.
Yeah, that's right.
But
Like,
anyway,
sick that day.
yeah, well, I might too as well. Any other thoughts on the flight, lads? Any...
Not
I
really.
didn't watch it, so no.
Nah, look, I'm more of an MMA fan than a boxing fan, so
yeah, same here.
it's
I mean,
a complete combat
I
sport.
I honestly didn't watch the fight, so I was just powering off to you guys. But I did hear it was like a ghost punch. I was like, "What the fuck's a ghost punch? I want to fucking know what a ghost punch is." Did you fake out one punch and then to the liver? I don't know.
Casper, Dylan Edwards came into the ring, just punched him.
This is my theory, but I don't know. all right. On to the next, lads. On to the next. Next thing I got on the list is golf. Liv Golf. Adelaide. How good was it? I don't know if you've seen any highlights, anything like that, but just the atmosphere in general and that one hole in one,
The ace.
mate, the drink hole. How good is that, boys?
Fucking hole, what?
It looks pretty bloody good, and if it comes to Sydney, I think it's a must.
Yeah,
isn't
we
it?
gotta go.
It's a must.
We had a couple of
Lots
mates
in.
that went to Adelaide for it, and they seem to have had a fucking good time.
That's
Yeah.
it.
They managed to convince the missus and stuff. They brought the family.
Both the missuses and the family.
No, they did.
I was
Oh.
talking to their dad on Saturday, and apparently their kids were actually enjoying watching the golf.
It's
Well, that says a lot
entertaining
about how
golf,
they're
mate.
doing it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, little kids find anything entertaining, seriously, but
I mean, they said there was a lot of things for the kids to do, but still, fuck, it's golf after all.
yeah. But that's the thing. Liv is like
It's like the big bash of golf. Kind of
Yeah,
thing.
that's
Kind
a
of.
great way to put it. Yeah, big bash of golf. You got Test cricket, which is it's a purist dream, obviously.
Yeah.
But if you just want to be a bit of chaos and all that sort of thing, T20 Liv's the way to go.
They got teams. They got it's wild. And then Dan, you question the drinking hole. The drinking hole is like a hole where pretty much the whole stadium is surrounding the hole. And when they hit the hole in one,
A full bar.
yeah, and everyone just threw their drinks in the fucking sky, and there was alcohol everywhere.
When you get a
they were
chance, just look up
cheering like
Live
crazy.
Adelaide,
Yeah.
ace or hole in one.
Yeah, I'll put it on the screen now for the
Liv
for the
Adelaide
fans.
pisser.
But mate, the scenes were wild, and that just made me want to go to it 100%. If it's in Sydney, the boys are going. The boys are going.
Yeah, oh, dude, yeah. Well, there's already talks. There's already talks apparently to bring it to Sydney.
To move it
because they
anywhere
tried
other
to
than
bring it to-
Adelaide.
Yeah, Adelaide. To all Adelaide people out there who listen to this, you probably don't because the armpit state of the country. But there's a reason you're Adelaide and we're Sydney. Okay.
Oh, bloody hell.
Good work
So-
with Liv.
Yeah,
Yeah, good
stuff.
work there, Liv. Now Peter Valandis is going to take it from you, mate, and do it 10 times better.
What?
Hey, you should watch
watching it right now.
It's good stuff, mate. It's good
There's
stuff.
cups everywhere.
I do not want to be up. Do not want to be on clean-up duty after that.
Oh,
though.
that's
Fuck
what
that.
I was thinking as well. Like, fuck, I wonder how long they had till the next person has his shot and how they had to clean all that up.
Surely it was a good 20 minutes, half hour.
Yeah, sorry guys, we've got to postpone for the day. We got to get the cleaners in. All right. Anyways, I think that, well, we're going through it quick, but we are trying to get through this quick, lads. And on to the next part of the podcast. We got NRL Review, boys. The NRL Review. Everyone loves Rugby League, especially Anzac round means a lot to everyone. And, we'll start it off with Thursday night. 20 points to 18. The Bunnies upset the Penrith Panthers. James, did you watch it? How did you see it?
So that's game of the round. Like
100%.
straight there. It was good to see. So Latrell came out that first half with intent. He was everywhere. He sort of burned himself out a bit. But then towards the end, he made a couple of big plays. And then that last play, the awareness, the smarts of Lucas, your favourite player, Cody Walker.
I know. Hey, he's in my Supercoach team, so I was very happy that day.
just a big play was needed. Comes up with the big play, and then Tass, after having an absolute Barry Crocker, scores the game winner. So it was drinks all round. It was party time.
Latrell's flick pass was something different.
You don't flick around two people.
Trying to be Benji, mate.
But, Lucas, did you watch the game? Any more opinions on that one?
Look, it was a classic Thursday night game for me where, as you all would know by now, I fall asleep at halftime. So I've gone to halftime thinking, Panthers have got this sewn up. Woke up 20 to 18. Hey.
Classic Thursday.
It's a classic Thursday night game for me where I watched the first half. So what I do, I watch the first half out in the living room, and then I go to bed and put it on KO. And by the time the team's run out for the second game, I've been asleep for 7 minutes for the second half. So missed the second half, but got the highlights. And
good to see the South Side at least. And wake up to that. That's pretty good.
Yeah, Ivan Cleary's dog. Yep.
Yeah, Ivan Cleary's dog. Yeah.
I watched it in spurts, but fucking that flick pass.
Yeah, it was.
I think it got something going downstairs. Like honestly.
Bit of movement in the little fella.
Rock solid stuff. Do you see Cleary's flick pass as well? That was fucking horrendous.
That was the actual flick pass that got me going.
Yeah, that was oops. On to the next game, lads. This one was one I love to watch myself. 26-16 Broncos defeat Parramatta in Darwin, wasn't it? James. Yeah.
Luckily, I got to see bits and pieces of this, and I didn't have to sit through all of the agonising pain. Went to the movies, so I missed the start of it. Then we were going out to a pub, so I missed another bit of it.
How good was Mario?
I should have just came in with an in-depth review on Mario. But if the Broncos can ever put what they did in that first half into a full game, they're gonna be hard to beat by anyone. But
I was saying earlier that they were beating on the shit teams, and they beat you guys, which maybe it makes you guys a shit team. I don't know, but
well, that's the thing. They've been beating shit teams, but now they've knocked off Penrith and Para though.
Yeah,
the two grand finalists last year, like
shit teams. Though.
A couple shit teams compared to West Tigers and Cronulla.
I want to get your opinions on it. Because we got to bring it up. Everyone's brought it up. Everyone's already said everything we're about to say.
The H word?
Yeah, hip drops.
Here we go.
Fucking Hopgood's fallen to the side. Ezra Mann's one, like, it was the worst of the lot. It wasn't too much he could do. He didn't do too much wrong. And then the Payne Haas one was just unlucky and awkward. But, it was no better than Hopgood's. And then...
Yeah, but he didn't get sin bin for
it.
Yeah, but they both got 1 week.
Yeah.
Which is, I think it's stupid. Well, actually, no, I think they ordered the 3 weeks, like my boy Dale Finucane. Free my boy Dale Finucane from the
Where's Wade Graham?
But Lucas, what do you think about the hip drops in the game as well, mate?
Look, on the hip drops, I always think back to, and that's been brought up more recently thanks to the NRL physio on Instagram and TikTok, but I always think back to Taniela Tuiaki, who never played a game again after he was hit with the hip drop tackle by, I think, Joel Reddy about 10 or 12
Para.
He's still bad to this day, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like
he's still bad to this day.
That
Can't
was
play,
both bones
still
broken.
on crutches.
Yeah, both bones broken, compound break, you name it. Everything happened to that poor bastard who was, he was a monster of a winger. I mean, I really can't think it. Off the top of my head, he was really like in the mould of I wouldn't say Sivo, because at the time I would say he was better than Sivo was. He was more like the Radradra, just...
He was a big winger before they had big wingers kind of thing.
Yeah.
But he was a bit short and
he was-
stockier.
No, he was tall, dude. He
was
was
he?
about
Quick.
6'1", 6'2".
Oh, jeez, yeah.
Like he was stocky as well. Like
Yeah, but I always think that's absolute worst case scenario, and you don't want to see that.
Yeah,
But
no.
yeah, look, the game itself, it's. I really feel like one day, one game, the Broncos are going to come hurtling back to earth, but they just don't. They just seem to be able to put those late bursts on teams and find a way to win, and it's quite impressive from a young team. Obviously, with the captain they've got Adam Reynolds and Carrigan, Carrigan's got the mind of a bloke who's played 20 years.
Yeah, got an old hat on
Is
him.
next to unstoppable.
Well, that's the thing. Payne Haas as well is just he's a beast, isn't he? So
It'll be interesting this week without Haas, Mam. Give me a tough one. But
I can't wait to see
Dan-
Jock Madden run around.
Yeah, Jock Madden would be a gun. That bloke's a fucking
oh,
weapon.
don't hear it.
Dan, hip drops and the game.
Anyway.
That's it.
yeah, like they've still got Reece Walsh and fucking Reynolds. So
Yeah,
and Selwyn Cobbo on the wing. So
I
true that.
see.
The flick pass from Ezra Mam was almost as good as Latrell. It was not as good,
Yeah, it was
but
good.
it was
was
almost
this a
good.
weekend for flip passes or what?
It was the weekend for flick passes.
They're like, I was
Because
like,
I swear.
Go.
Sorry, James, you go.
oh no, you go.
no,
I
you
swear,
go.
I swear Tyrell slowed through one as well in the Dragons game.
Yeah,
He did.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. It was just flick pass round. Oh my god, I just thought of the title, guys.
Yeah.
Tribute to Benji.
Benji Marshall.
I should have went before you because I was still on the Broncos game. But
Yeah.
Sorry, no.
So I felt like Parramatta was unlucky on a couple of the plays where like the bounce
Oh,
would
of
go
course you
right.
did.
No, I mean the ball bounced well for the Broncos, but that Ezra Man flick pass try, I just went, oh fucking, I just clapped. It's like, what can
Yeah.
you do? It was too good.
Cracked,
Yeah.
guys, cracked.
He plays like Carrigan plays above his age. Like
Yeah.
kid's only like 19 or whatever. Just fucking a weapon. But on to the next game, boys. Oh, what a game, mate. Saturday, the biggest game of Saturday. 33-20. Sharks hump the Bulldogs 13 plus. I'll give it to Dan. What do you think of the game, mate?
I think Nico Hines had a bet for 13 plus on the game.
And
it was 32-20, and then he kicked the field goal at the end, right at the end.
Just got the field goal. Only just got it.
And he wasn't going to let Mulatalo fuck over the punters.
Lucas? Oh, yeah, Dan, actually, what, you got anything?
No, it's alright. I didn't watch the
Lucas?
game, so it's all
Yeah, okay, good stuff.
Yeah, look, mate, I definitely watched it, and I don't know where you get this. Sharks are unstoppable, and they're gonna come. They're gonna win the league. Mate, they were leaking points against the New South Wales Cup side like you wouldn't believe. I thought I was watching the Tigers in a blue bloody jersey, except
a bit harsh.
we didn't win.
I wanna put this on the record.
Yep.
Burton's pass was forward, so that try should be taken away.
Here we go.
Ronaldo then gets a try that he
Suey.
puts his hand on the sideline. That's a 12-point switch right there. That's fucking 40 points to 13 or whatever. We pumped him.
put his hand on the line when he
We
went.
pumped him. James, any opinions on the game?
Yeah, just Mulatalo, fuck me.
Oh, yeah, good stuff.
He's bombed
Maybe
more,
the bloke should switch to streaming.
he's bombed more tries than other people have had opportunities to score.
Mate,
It's true. It's true. That's no joke.
His eyes on gaming, mate. He loves Minecraft. The bloke's a Minecrafter, don't worry.
He
I was
doesn't
watching
really,
his
does he?
Minecraft stream the other day.
Yeah,
No, he doesn't stream
does
Minecraft.
stream Minecraft.
Oh,
I'll send you the link after
Ronaldo.
this.
Oh, mate, it was good stuff. I went
Didn't
into
you say the chat just said
Oh,
all
yeah,
about
they're just roasted him like, oh, you're my anytime try scorer, you didn't score, There was
And then
one
he's like,
bloke-
"Oh, show me the bet slip. I'll send you the money."
yeah, one bloke said he
No, he
lost
didn't.
6.
Did he? What a guy.
Yeah, one bloke lost 60k, he reckons. He's like,
Ah,
if you actually lost 60k, show me the bet slip, I'll pay the money that you put on the bet.
That's
Poor
good.
bloke got roasted.
What a man. What a
But,
man he is.
Yeah, no, Sharks to win the league. On to the next game, lads. Pretty shit game on Saturday. 18-16. Cowboys beat the Knights. Lucas, see this
Wait,
one?
did that game actually happen?
I don't know.
Did the Cowboys beat the Knights today?
Yeah, apparently.
I don't know.
That's news. Nah, look, I did watch a bit of it, but it was more sort of off and on, especially because I've got a couple of these players in my Supercoach team. But yeah, look, Greg Marju, he's having a bloody fantastic year, isn't he? He's just too big and strong when he gets close to the try line, crosses over, and it's just really that simple for him. But the Cowboys finally eking out a win, but still not looking anywhere near as good as they did last year. So,
I mean,
don't know what to think about them.
Marju's hands is probably still his biggest worry, but other than that,
Yeah.
I mean, Knights had Ponga back. They didn't look too bad. He came off the bench. Thought that was a stupid decision.
He started to sharpen up after 10 minutes or so. He started to look alright.
Yeah, I just think starting with him would have been the better idea, but each their own.
Who they have
opinions on the
starting?
game,
Tyson
James?
Gamble?
Yeah, they had Gamble, then moved him to lock, I think.
Not often.
Gamble.
It's not often that there's a
Gamble
game on and I'm actually on my phone and not paying attention to it. I was just so uninterested. I was
The Knights
watching
do
the
that to
game,
you, hey?
but I just wasn't watching the game. I was on
I'm
TikTok.
trying.
I was on anything else.
Wasn't this? It
like
was real
Marvel.
close at the end, wasn't it? Yeah.
I was looking at my favorite TikTok creator called the Couch Commentators. So, yeah, it's just some beggars last week, but yeah.
Suey.
James,
Good stuff.
James, it was like last week when Brandon was doing his whole spiel on his betting. You were doing anything else.
Anything else? Anything else?
Insert clip here.
Look, I tried to keep it under wraps this time, but I'm hosting the podcast, so what could I do? I was going to.
He's got to make this star.
Dan, your opinion on the game? Did you watch it at all? Everyone else seems to not have.
But as James said, he was doing anything else, and so was I.
Beautiful stuff. No, I mean, it was really just an average game, to be fair.
It's a game that absolutely happened by the sound of things.
Definitely
It
happened.
Absolutely happened. And I can't believe Calvin's got their 2 points. It's,
I remember watching the end because I was like, "Go the Knights, go the Knights!" And the Cowboys defended really well to finish out and just survive. But that was about it.
But again, it was against the Knights, so
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter. Nah. On to the
Again.
next game, which probably was the game of the round. The Dolphins defeating the Titans 28-26. Lucas, did you watch this? The comeback of the century, mate.
I didn't watch it because for probably half of the game I was at the Campbelltown Stadium watching my mighty West Tigers warm up and seeing a short little bloke in the number 7 jersey still wear it. But yeah, no, look, I didn't watch it, guys. I'm sorry, but from the info that I can give to you is about 10 minutes into the game, I checked the score and it was I jumped on Sportsbet to check out live betting. And Gold Coast were paying like $8. Oh, sorry, Dolphins were paying $8, and I've gone, geez, what's the score? I've jumped on to the NRL.com website. It was like 20-0 in the first 12 minutes, and I thought, I could put a cheeky fiver on here, and I didn't. And that's me for the game.
Not smart, not smart.
Gambled responsibly by not gambling.
That's correct.
You also lost, so.
James, did you see the game?
I
All
saw
highlights.
the whole most of the comeback. So I was sitting there at Campbelltown Stadium as well, sitting next to a good friend of the podcast, Joel, and we're sort of looking at our fantasy scores and going, "Oh fuck, what's happening?" Looking at the score of the game, then we saw it was I think at that stage it was like the Dolphins had scored one,
Yeah.
then they scored the second try, and I'm like, I can better pull this up. Fuck reserve grade. Let's watch this. So as Dane Laurie's going around at Campbelltown getting his couple of try assists and being a halfback,
Just beating up on a bunch of young folks.
I was watching the comeback of it wasn't a century, but it was 2.5 decades. I think it was like 25 years or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Equal the top, isn't it?
Yeah, equal the
He
top.
is
98.
equal most, yeah.
And then wow, what a capitulation from the Titans. And then
love that
like you got Kieran Foran chipping over to Pereira on third tackle. It's like you're in the lead defending. You got Brimson, the set before the Dolphins score the game winner. Brimson makes a 30-meter run off a kick, and then forces a pass that then gets intercepted, sort of knocked backwards by the Dolphins, and they collect it on the 40-meter mark. And then
Really?
they go down in there, and Ewan Aitken, what a fucking line!
You win.
What a guy.
What a line!
What
Straight-
a comeback story. Damn. Did you see the game? Again. Actually, you weren't at the game. You weren't at Tigers, so you had no excuse here. Tell me you watched the game.
Not gonna lie, I had a really lazy Sunday. And didn't
He
get
had
out
a
of
nap.
bed
He
till
was
2
asleep.
I didn't get out of bed till 2:30.
That's a lazy
Well, no,
one.
the game started at 2. So you could have seen the whole
Yeah,
comeback.
exactly. He watched it.
I admit I did put it on my second monitor
Good stuff.
on my computer, so I did watch it. It was a very good fucking comeback.
Yeah, I mean, what?
You know, fins up, baby.
Did you guys see the
26 nil.
Jennings bomb try?
Yeah.
What was he doing?
Fucking
I
Nick
demand to know
Arima,
what
was
he
it,
was
standing
doing.
on top of him going, run!
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Run,
Bloody-
goddammit, run!
Ronaldo commented, going, at least this made me look better.
At least they're all having a
Ronaldo
laugh.
commented
All having a
suey.
laugh.
Yeah, no, what a game. What a comeback. Fins up, baby. Fins up.
Fins up.
Onto the game that a couple of us actually watched live here. The game on the round. I know I've said
Game
this
of the
2
round.
times before. 22-16. Manly hump the Tigers. Lucas, I'll go to you first because you're the man of the hour.
Great idea. Now let me tell you, and you guys can vouch for me, but I was giving it to a few of the players out there.
Yep.
You let him know how you
Um,
feel.
I'll let them know how I felt. Now, I think, all in all, I don't think we played too horribly. If you look at, meters gained and all that sort of shit, we were leading that quite comfortably. Once again, our forwards are not an issue. It's when we get into the 20 and Luke Brooks takes a hit up on the 4th tackle to hide on the 5th. That's what really gets me. It really gets
It
me.
really grinds your gears.
It shouldn't, but it does. And, in the pouring rain, I think it made it even better to sit there and watch. But, yeah, look, it's disappointing when your $1 million halfback just doesn't perform.
Happens too often, eh? It's like...
It happens too often, It's
Feels
not
like it's
broken
been a
record,
full
but something's
year
gotta
of it
change.
happening or something.
Damn it, James! Fuck you!
Yeah, that's
I'm just
true.
gonna bring it up.
It's been
something's
a
gotta
year.
change.
And, I mean, every other team, your $1 million player, your Hines, your Cleary, your
Your Moses,
whatever,
like Parramatta wasn't great, but Moses was our best player.
they still get like 2 or 3 try assists a game. Or like, how many try assists has Brooks got for the whole year? 3?
I'd be surprised if he has more than one. I really would.
Wild. Like, just give them like 1 week and or do what they do with Sam Walker. Just give him a couple of weeks in Rezzies, get his confidence back up.
How
Get
was
him try
Walker
assists.
in Rezzies this week, by the way?
Apparently he had a really good game.
Oh, he actually got overshadowed hard by Dragon Sullivan.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, Sullivan ended up with like
Yeah,
4
Sullivan
try
had a
assists or
bad
something
game.
like that.
Yeah.
Shit.
So
got it here.
Tigers, fucking
I'm listening.
offer him
Lucas.
everything.
Lucas,
Yeah, Dan.
you were right. He only has 1 try assist.
Yeah, I thought so,
Jesus
and it was in the
Christ.
first game. Yeah, no, he's a shocking football player. That
That is
anyway.
some good stats.
But, just quickly-
probably a good bloke. He's probably a good bloke. Sorry,
Probably a
Luke,
good
if
bloke.
you're-
Could be the greatest of blokes, but not the greatest of footy
Footballer.
players. But I just want one shout out to the greatest footy player. A certain bloke by the name of Jareem Buller. He had a pretty bloody good game in his debut, and I'm
100%.
absolutely chuffed that he was named at fullback for this weekend's game against
I'm
the
so
Penguins.
happy
Well
that
done, mate. Well done.
if he didn't get selected again, how many runs did he have? He had some like good stats.
Ridiculous.
He had a heap, and he made 196 run meters.
Yeah, I think he had like something like 20 something runs. So because they weren't easy runs, they were running into
Yeah.
that tough Manly pack.
And he made some
Yeah.
like getting out of the
24
end goals
There
and
you
that
go.
sort of stuff. He
Yes,
had a couple
that's-
drop balls, which was just the rain was pissing down.
Yeah.
So like,
Oh,
you
it
can
was wet,
understand
yeah.
that, but
And like it's your debut, like you're gonna have some mistakes.
But
Yeah,
he
100%.
he actually made the attack look a bit better as well. Imagine if you had a.
Imagine if you had a halfback.
We're just going back in circles. We're going back in circles. James, any
Anyway.
opinions on the game?
Nah.
Other than the ones we said, nah. Dan, anything you watched the game live?
56 days is all I can say.
360. Yeah.
I will say,
Whatever it is, 300.
wet, cold, and everyone was heartbroken when they got that lead, and then it just faded away.
But that's the thing. I didn't get excited because I knew.
Oh, well, I mean, there is videos saying otherwise. I remember me and Scott looking at you, Matty C, Farlow going off. The tries were coming in.
I was chuffed, yeah, but we weren't winning that, mate. Come on, let's face it.
Standing ovations for each try, and then Saab just comes flying down.
You know what happened? You know what? Oh, sorry.
At the 30th minute, the commentator said the Tigers haven't led for over 500 minutes of football.
Jesus
And they
Christ.
got the lead in the second
Damn
half.
right we did.
Yeah, we
that
did
lead.
that. We led.
We done did that.
So you know what
Where
curse
was your
is?
lead? Where was your lead?
You know what curse is?
Cursed.
Joe Ho walking past us, fist pumps us. I go, yeah, Joe, and then he just looks away and doesn't acknowledge us, even though we're like a couple of rows back. That cursed us.
Yeah.
That was game over.
Yeah.
Big offer. No, but good stuff by the Tigers. Love seeing them lose. On to the next game. Some would say, the game of the round, but this legitimately I thought was a fucking good game for the Dragons. 27-26, heartbreak for Dragons fans. Dan, how'd you see it?
It wasn't a good game for the Dragons.
Ooh.
It was a good 25 minutes.
Yeah.
That 25 minutes where Sloan turned it up to fucking 11 and was just running down that right side, fucking passing the ball, fucking backing up tries, fucking scoring a try himself.
Yep.
Mate, and I reckon we didn't deserve to be that close, but yeah, we played well. And getting a hat trick.
Against a pretty good team, you feel for Moga. That bloke scored now, 5 tries in 2 games, and then he does his shoulder. He's had 3 of the ACLs or something as well.
Yeah,
it's his pec, yeah?
No, he did his shoulder.
Oh, it could be his
shoulder.
pec.
Oh, okay.
They were testing
Shoulder,
that whole mechanism.
Poor
It's
baby.
sad.
He's like 29 as well, so
He's a hell of a finisher, though.
No, mate. How many clubs he's been to, shows how much potential he has. Everyone just keeps getting him back. But then injury,
I think we got him from the
injury.
Rabbitohs.
Yeah, he's been at the Knights, he's been at the Broncos, he's been, you know it.
Roosters.
He's been there.
The Dragons this week have 2 twins in there.
Is Couchman back?
The other cow.
Fucking hope he's not, because he fucking cost us.
Or was it the feet?
No, I'm joking.
Fengos.
Yeah, Fango brothers.
I thought Couchman was really good for you. So obviously, he dropped that ball.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, but we needed someone other than him backing up, like Sloan or Amon or someone quick that could have just gone up the field.
Well, you can't win them all, and you guys didn't. But yes, what was
I want to say, Sloan stepping Suwali was the best thing we've ever seen.
It was so effortless. Was it Suli or Jackson Paulo?
I'm pretty sure it was Suwali.
Yeah, he definitely cut pretty close, pretty back in. He ran it in Oztag, just really good step on him. James, how do you feel about the game?
It was pretty much the same. It was a great game to watch, but it was it was good for it to not be a Ben Hunt show and the Dragons played well.
Yeah.
Your DeBellins played well. Your Jack Bird, Stallone obviously.
Yeah, Bird was a weapon. That was defensive
on the
shots.
ball.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought Ben Hunt had a pretty quiet game, and there you guys are just losing to the Roosters. So it was good signs for you. It's good signs.
Lucas.
Yeah, no, look, I agree. I think it was the game of the round for sure. Just, yeah, I know, it's crazy to think, because as you said, there's been 3 or 4 of those this week already. But,
guess what the next game is?
A robbery. The Roosters came out obviously very fast in the first opening minutes, but then they, sloppy defence let the Dragons right back in before taking that big lead at the break. I guess, controversial talking point. Was that is that a sin binning for Radley guys or what?
I thought there was a bit of shoulder contact
It was
on
a
the
head
chin.
clash.
Yeah, no, mate. Well, that's the thing. I saw two angles. One showed head clash with a bit of shoulder. The other one showed just shoulder. So
There was
Yeah.
definite head clash, but I think the shoulder still hits the chin. Was it the right call?
Yeah.
I don't think so. All the damage
I
was
think
done
it-
from a
uh,
head clash.
It would have just been. It could have just been on report and
Yeah.
But he doesn't
Yeah.
deserve.
But the thing is, they're just so eager to send people to the bin. Like if Hopgood's going off for 10, for no contact on a hip drop, well then
Yeah.
a bit of contact on the chin, even with a head clash.
If his
Just
name
gonna be-
wasn't Victor Radley, would he get sin bin?
I think he would because everyone's getting sick. They do it for fun.
Look at Oh well, I mean, we can bring it up in the next game, but the Dylan Walker incident.
Oh, I don't know what he could have done.
That is
different.
horrendous.
Yeah, that's
We may as well
We'll bring
get
that up
into
in the
it
next
now.
game.
Yeah, we may as well get into it now. The game of the game of the
Game of the
round.
round. But there's another
Yes.
there's another title. Game of the round.
Hyperbole City or some shit. Storm 30, Warriors 22, Anzac Day clash. The pre-game show was amazing. Lucas,
Yes, it was.
yeah, get into it, mate.
Mate, I'll dive straight in. I think for every game of the round, being Anzac round, the pre-game stuff was absolutely
Beautiful.
fantastic. Being a part of it at Campbelltown as well, you always sit there and think when you're live at an Anzac game like that, you think, is there going to be one dickhead to ruin it and say something? Thankfully at Campbelltown Stadium there was not a thing, but even
Which is surprising.
listening on the TV, which is surprising. That's right. But listening on the TV didn't sound like it didn't sound like anything. But the ode was awesome. The national anthems were great. It was just perfectly put on by Volandis.
The whole of the NRL, yeah.
Yeah.
Every game. It's beautiful.
And that's the thing that it's not just the NRL. That's the individual clubs and
Yes.
Yeah.
which for once you can actually say to the Tigers and Pasco, good work because
They
like,
did
again,
something
as you
right.
said, the Campbelltown one was
Don't give
special as
Pasco
well.
that credit, my God.
But
They even
yeah,
had the,
every home team did a great job this week.
Yeah.
Yes, you're not wrong, and they can all be proud. But in regards to the game itself, being a work night and me being who I am,
Asleep.
look, I got I got
Use
through
the excuse
about
that you're
15
drinking.
minutes.
Yeah.
Well, I was drinking all day, but I got through the first half out in the Crooked Finger, which is a pub. I then came inside to watch the second half, and silly me put my legs up while I was sitting on the lounge. Next thing you know, I woke up and there was 2 minutes to go, and I was like, 30-22, what's going on here? But Remus Smith knocked that on. Tell me otherwise.
Oh,
That's my opinion. So
Yeah, I mean, and
me,
you
boys,
did
hit
say, you said again with the Warriors and that 10 min in the bin for Dylan Walker. That's another
too, yeah.
but what can you do
Tough
different
ball.
there?
what can you do different? That's right. What can you do? Seriously.
He's just can you not just tackle a person? Should they have cradled his head as they put him down?
Yeah.
Just gently. Oh, there
I
you
thought
go.
he was in all sorts as well. By the way, when he hit the ground there.
Oh
He
yeah,
Yeah.
Cattell. It was very unfortunate, and Cattell was well out.
Yeah. Oh, dude, he looked. Yeah, it was sickening almost to.
Yeah.
Gaga land, he
pull his
looked
head
like
up,
it.
yeah.
And because of his scar on his lip, he can look a bit out of it in the best of times. But oh jeez.
Yeah, good game from Melbourne. Nick Meaney getting the man of the match. The was it the Anzac award, I believe it was called.
But,
He killed it. Two
he
tries.
killed it, but fuck, I thought as when the moments needed to happen, it was Munster. Oh,
Oh, well, guys, I just want to say quickly, even when we're sitting around on a Friday or Saturday talking footy and talking Origin time in particular, we always go on about our Origin team's fantastic, right? But if there's one player in Queensland you can always count on, it doesn't matter if the going gets tough or anything like that because he's your guy. It's Munster. Munster can pull anything out of thin air.
so there's
He's-
one of his tries, he just guns it off a block play from hooker.
Yep.
just sees a little bit of lazy defense, just uses his speed, goes straight through, pretty much untouched. And then when the game's like when Warriors are
Up in the air.
game's up in the air, Warriors are trying to get there. He just takes it off a tap, was it, or it might have been like play one, and he just does the same, just backs himself on his own 20-meter line, runs about 50 meters or something, and then they scored their last try to win the game.
Yeah.
You feel for Warriors though, they played so good, so good.
No one on the bench.
Melbourne
had 14 men on the field. Just everything was against them.
Played at one stage with 12 players as well because of the sin bin. They were literally on their last legs, and they still almost won.
And then there's just moments. There's supposedly there was a forearm. I didn't say that, but so Walker goes off for a supposed head slam, which all he did was tackle the guy.
What can you do, as you said?
Wishart has a grapple tackle and actually physically slams a head onto the ground with the grapple tackle, and he just gets done for the grapple, stays on the field. The game was over by then, but I'm just if anything, I don't know what a head slam is. I don't know if it's in the rules, because what's the definition of a head slam? How do you do it? How don't you do it?
Yeah.
But if there's anything, it would be where you've grabbed someone's head and flung it at the ground.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
Melbourne getting away with everything. Dan, did you have anything else to chuck in?
I just want to say, going back to the start of the game, the pre-show, before the players walked out, there was a good 5 minutes of just silence in the crowd. You could hear a fucking pin drop.
The commentator
was
even saying it. This silence is was it deafening? Silence is deafening. Is that the same?
Deafening. That's
it was sending chills down my spine. I was like, this is crazy.
And there was 50,000 people or even more.
Yeah, a full Amy Park was just silent as fucking anything.
Good
crazy.
Stuff. It is good stuff.
Good to see.
All right, we'll finish off the review there, and we'll go on to NRL tips. We'll rush through this, lads.
Let's go.
Okay. Best game of the week. Thursday, Cronulla Sharks, 5th place Cronulla Sharks versus Cowboys, 15th. James, who do you think's going to win this one, mate?
Cronulla, but I think it could be closer than what the odds and stuff say.
Okay, yep. Lucas, who are you thinking?
I'm going Cronulla, but different to what I said before, 13 plus.
Ooh.
Oh, shit. Dan, what do you think? Oh my god, holy shit. I'm going Cronulla 13 plus. I've been holding my jumper up the whole time as well. How good's this? How good's that? I love to see the boys get around Cronulla. Really good stuff. Nico Hines for a hat-trick, I think. On to the next game. Friday, Eels versus Knights. Dan, who you picking?
Knights.
Ooh, bit of an upset. Like it. Lucas?
What did James do to you, mate? I'm going for the Parramatta Eels in this one. That's my tip.
Ooh, well, Knights are ahead of Eels in the ladder, just saying. James?
Yeah, I think the Knights are pretty bashed up. I think Eels get done.
Oh, fuck. Mate, you guys haven't got RCG. Your dummy halves are pretty woeful. I'm leaning towards the Knights as well. I'm going to go the Knights with Dan. Yeah.
Well, there's a tip that we'll get right, Lucas.
One up on us. The second game on the Friday, we got Broncos first place versus Rabbitohs 4th. This is going to be a big game. Lucas, how do you see it?
I feel like it's either going to be close win for the Broncos or a Rabbitohs thumping, and I'm going to go with the Rabbitohs thumping.
I like it. James?
Yeah, I think Rabbitohs get the job done, mainly because of Haas. Also, obviously, Ezra Mam's a loss, but Payne Haas is the big loss.
Yeah, it is a big loss. Dan?
Yeah, Rabbitohs for the same factor.
I'm thinking the same, boys. I think we've all gone the Rabbitohs there for a humping, I reckon.
So put your money on Broncos.
Yeah, all on the Broncos. Into the first game of the Saturday. It is Raiders versus Dolphins. I will start off with fins up. Dan, who you going?
I've got my fins up, baby.
Beautiful. Lucas?
I think Sticky and his statement on Jack Whiten has lit a fire under the Raiders for this week, and I think he's going to have them firing. So Raiders for me.
I'm actually
James?
similar boat because I don't think Wider's not the type of player that would just leave and play shit. And with all the drama and
No.
stuff, I think he's going to really come out with something to prove. And so I'll go Raiders.
I don't know. I feel like, this is my opinion, but if you're playing in a team where he's pretty much said, look, we're not going to win any grand finals soon,
for
boys,
the next 4 years, you guys suck, and I'm going to the Rabbitohs.
Like, why would you
Straight
want
up
to play
Luke
for?
Brooks.
Yeah, why would you want to play for the bloke? I don't know. That's my opinion. But yeah, fins up. Second game was Saturday. Seagulls versus the Titans. James, who you picking?
Fuck, you got to go Manly, but Manly sucked against Tigers, and the Titans
Yeah.
sucked.
Turbo's
No,
named.
Turbo's
so,
named.
you know.
They're going to give him
I thought he
every.
was out.
They'll give him every chance. But to be honest, obviously Turbo's a great player, but while he's not 100%, a Kale Winks or a Garrick at fullback, they're not. They're almost
Garrett's
in a better
monster
position.
too. Remember that.
Yeah. So I'll go Manly.
He's
You think
down
Amanu
there.
ran down Turbo on Sunday? Like, honestly.
Yeah, and that was when he wasn't injured yet. So
Yeah.
Dan, who you picking?
Yeah, I'll go Manly. It'll be
Good
close. I reckon.
stuff. Yeah, I think so too. Lucas, who you picking?
All right, hot take. Sea Eagles by a fair bit, and
Ooh.
Holbrook to be sacked within 72 hours
Ooh.
after that.
Ooh,
Well,
yeah.
can we get some odds on that? Call up every betting agency. Picklebet hasn't got back to us yet, but
please.
yeah.
Picklebet.
We'll take any bet.
Pickleback, what are you doing?
I seen Parramatta have a new sponsor. It's like Bet M, and they have a sky blue kind of look to it. We should really get these guys going for us. 'cause,
Let's
you
go.
know, just go.
Let's go,
man. Yeah, I'm
Boys
going
are on.
going the Eagles as well. I think Turbo may not be fit, but his passing ability is still fucking weapon.
Yeah.
On to the game of the round, the literal game of the round. Saturday, 7:35, the big night game. It is Panthers versus West Tigers.
Oh,
Lucas, who are you picking for this one?
It's going to be a slaughter.
Lambs to the slaughter.
That's it. Plain
James,
simple Panthers.
yeah, James.
I know I was slightly off last week, but Dylan Edwards 3 or more.
Okay, so we're going to Dan.
Penrith by 21.
Ooh, 21 on the dot. That's beautiful. I also
I do like that.
Penrith
Like a
field.
possible field goal at half time and then
absolutely hump the Tigers. If they couldn't attack against Manly, I don't see how they're going to score any tries.
You know what's a cheeky bet? A cheeky bet is Tigers at the line because they have dragged everyone into their game except for the Broncos.
Very true. They bring teams down to that shitness.
Yeah.
The game has already happened. this year,
I'm
right?
staying quiet here.
Yeah, the
so-
only game you guys have been smashed was the Broncos. Other than that, it's all been like 10 points and stuff.
Yeah, they gave us an absolute dressing down, didn't they?
Yeah, but that was all in the late bit of the second half.
All right.
Yeah.
On to the next, lads. On to the next. We got the Warriors versus the Roosters. I mean, after the performance Warriors put up last week, I don't know how many players are out or not. Lucas, who you picking?
I'm thinking the Warriors in a close one here. Still not very impressed by the Roosters.
Yeah. James?
Warriors missing a lot of troops. I think I'll go Roosters. But yeah,
Fair
not,
call.
not liking
I'll go
it,
fuck
but they're
myself.
just missing a lot of troops.
Dan, who you picking?
Warriors missing.
They
Tohu.
got no Chans and no Tohu, I'm pretty sure.
No
Goes Tavanga.
Tavanga.
Oh, Tavanga as well.
Then like
Vega.
yeah, then
Payton
they-
to a Piggy's back.
and
Oh,
then
no,
they-
he's
Yeah.
playing. His first game, I think.
So who you picking, Dan? It's down to the wire. Who you picking?
Yeah, I'll go
Quickly.
Warriors.
What a surprise though! Dylan Walker
Wow,
didn't
why'd
get
you
charged.
pick that? No.
Yeah, maybe because they realised it actually wasn't that bad. And what could he do?
I think I'm going to go with James and pick the Roosters. I think if Manu's 2 weeks in a row at halves, he's just going to run over him. Into the last game of the week, it is the Dragons versus the Bulldogs. I think a real poo slinger of a game. Dan, who you picking?
Fuck me. Fuck
Actually,
me.
I was going to say it myself. I was gonna say it's pretty poo slinger.
Did you guys see who the Bulldogs named at 5'8"?
Yeah,
The Belmore.
Josh Reynolds.
Yes.
And that's why I'm picking the Dragons.
Yes.
He's been
Bring it back.
busted. He's been horrible.
Bringing back the glory days. Damn, I didn't get your tip. Who you're picking? The Bulldogs as well?
Yeah, I think I'll go the Bull Dragons.
The Bull Dragons, beautiful. Lucas, who you picking?
I'm not even going to fucking watch, dude. Don't give me shit about it.
It's a draw.
I watch
It's a
every
fucking
Tigers
draw.
game.
Yeah, that's your fault, bro. I don't. It's big. Nah, look, I think the Dragons should come away with this one.
I
Sure.
think Dragons should win unless that Carl Olapu or whatever his last
Yeah,
name
because
sorry,
he's named at
pronunciation bad.
20th or 19th.
Yeah,
man.
I think it might be a late swap into the team. Reynolds
Because
to.
fuck, Reynolds has not done anything to get in that jersey.
What's the point of
Reynolds
putting
is
Reynolds
14.
in if he's only going to be there for 1
Yeah.
year? Like, you want to bring this kid up. If you're going to do it now, just start
Well,
putting him in.
This year, when the rumours came of that Flanagan was going to get dropped, because obviously he played 6 last week, I thought, they're just going to say this season's over, let's just play Carl Olawapu, get first grade into him. But yeah,
Round 8 or round 9, the season's not over.
their season's over. Too many injuries.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dragons to win that
I
one,
still have hope
lads.
for the Tigers anyway.
Storm has the boy. Who we
I reckon
picking?
they'll struggle.
The boy. I'm going the boy.
Yeah. Bellamy notoriously struggles against buys.
Oh, bloody hell. On to the punting, boys. Hope everyone's got some tips going.
Oh,
Hopefully,
yes.
everyone get the black books out. All the
Got a bit
the
of
fans.
jam ready.
Did we come up with our name for our fans? I seen a good comment. The couch potatoes isn't a bad
Oh,
one.
The
yeah.
couch potatoes.
That's a great
I
one.
like that. Who was that?
I love that.
That was Scott, and another one on TikTok. We got that, and then there was Joel, my favourite, the couch commies.
Mate,
Dirty
my
commie
Russian blood
scum.
is seething.
that was
My
was
Russian
good.
blood is
Oh mate, but yeah, good
I
stuff.
like the potatoes.
The potatoes. I was thinking like you call them spuds as well. Just call
Yeah,
them
that's
fucking
how I like
spads. But
Spuds.
onto the first tip. We're gonna go with Lucas's top tip. Get the black books out, boys, because I'm hoping for
Here
some
I am,
money.
boys. Here I am. Now look, I didn't find something that I liked in Australia on Saturday. So we're gonna have to wait until Sunday.
Ooh.
Oh.
Now this Sunday is the last big race day in Hong Kong.
Oh, please don't tell me you're going fucking golden. No, I'm not gonna take it from you. Continue on.
Yeah, I certainly have. Now look, I've got a cheeky 2-legger,
Oh, okay, good stuff.
which is paying $3. So I've gone the 60 himself, the
Golden
king
60,
of Hong
the
Kong
king.
racing, the greatest horse Hong Kong has ever produced, Golden 60.
I actually seen that come up on my black book. That's how I knew it was gonna come up. I'm like, there's no way he's picking the $1.50 fucking golden.
No, wait,
Continue on.
just wait. So I've gone the Champions Mile. I've gone Golden 60 to win and defeat. Probably in second place, it'll be California Spangle. So that's leg 1. Now, leg 2 in the race after that, in the Queen Elizabeth II Cup,
Ooh.
there is a horse that us boys on the podcast are very familiar with. It's trained by William Haggis. It clapped Animo. Dubai Honour has stopped in Hong Kong on the way home.
Just a little stopover.
Just a cheeky little stop off. Now, look,
Oh.
he's coming up against Hong Kong's, heir to the throne in Romantic Warrior.
Oh, I know.
So it's
We
not
like warriors.
versing golden 60, eh? So it's just going.
No, it's not. He's in another race.
Ooh.
So this is
That's
over
pretty tough.
2,000 metres. Romantic Warrior's $2. Dubai Honour for a place is $1.90.
Oh, not even
He's
the
the
win.
second favourite. He's
So
$1.90 for the
you're
place.
going
So
for
I've gone golden
place.
60 for the win. Dubai Honour for the place. And
Wow.
$3 odds.
Wow, you
Actually, that
really
is
are
good
desperate for a
bet. But he's also very desperate for a win there. That's all right. That's a good bet. I actually really like that. We're gonna pencil that down and put that in the
Just wait
the
until you
old
get
betting.
my NRL try scorer bet,
Ooh,
mate.
can't wait for that. Okay. On to Dan's dumb decision. I can't wait for us. The stupidity you have for us boys to put our money on.
Right. Speaking of Alex 12,
I didn't say his name, but I'm listening. My ears are perking
Hey,
up.
I said his name. You know?
Okay, so
Alex Twal and Blake Laurie to score a try this weekend.
That's a dumb decision.
$187.
That's a dumb decision. Good work.
117 was that?
187.
Fucking hell.
187.
That's missing 2 digits, bro, and I won't believe it.
Any time was that? Yeah.
Yeah, anytime try
Ooh,
scorer.
beautiful.
Alex Twal and Blake Laurie.
Right. Take our money, giving it to charity. I believe that's what we're doing there. Gamble responsibly on that one, but I think it might.
Yeah.
Well, Jim's jam. Can't wait for a bit of jam, James. What you got for us?
Jam. Bit of a peanut butter sandwich this week.
Ooh.
We've just because peanut butter sandwich, jam and peanut butter, PBJ, whatever.
Yep. Okay.
It's a favourite. So we're picking favourites. We're picking wingers. We're picking
Ooh.
Ronaldo Militalo,
Okay. Yeah, I'm listening.
Mike Acevo,
I'm listening to that.
Jesse
one.
Arvis,
Ooh.
and Ruben Garrick. $12.91.
He's just picked the anytime try scorer before we've even picked it, boys. How good!
Yeah.
That's beautiful. All right, I like it. 4 legs for his multi to come off. Big odds. I mean, if he hits it, it's probably got the most winnings out of all of us.
Whatever, bro.
But if Dan hits his, like he's going to beat us for the whole season. So,
Mate, if Dan's fucking bet comes off, dude, I'm gonna run around my street with undies on my head. No, I'll have undies on, but I'll also have undies on my head.
Stay tuned for that. We'll be putting that on the Instagram. Onto my Leachy's log, boys. All right, get the pencils out, get the pens out,
Okay,
because I've gone 4 in a row, boys. And now look, I'm feeling a bit tight, but I'm also thinking ahead. I think I've got this. I've looked into Rose Hill and I found a race. I've looked to the heavens and I've found race 9. Now hear me out. Race 9 is a benchmark 100, and it's a 1400 meter race. And I've looked at times. I've done my research again. I looked at the favourite. I've gone. The favourite's upward class. It's gone from a benchmark 88 to a benchmark 100. I was like, okay, that's a bit how you going. So I looked at its time. Wasn't that good. Then I looked at my horse, the Coal Crusher.
Ooh,
It's
Coal
time. The Coal Crusher paying a juicy $5, boys, and it's got a better time than the favourite. Easy money. Easy.
Coal
Easy.
Crusher's a schwepping.
Easy money.
Sign me up.
Ask, Brandon?
Sign me up.
Can I ask?
Yeah, mate.
What weight is Coal Crusher carrying? Do you have any weights yet?
Oh, mate, he's fucking huge. He's 59.
He's carrying 59, is he?
Yeah, and the other one's on 55 kilos. But, like, sometimes you got a bit more weight on you, gets you going faster, you know?
On a downhill straight,
horse
is it?
Yeah.
Look, it could
Down
be.
straight. It is the heaviest horse, but it's still the second favourite as per it being the faster horse. So I'm hoping...
Coal Crusher's
Look,
a good horse, mate.
I
He
think
makes his
so.
own luck. He's going to be up right there on the speed, dude.
Look,
Maybe
5 in a
doesn't-
row. You heard it here first. So gamble responsibly. Gamble
Bang.
responsibly. All right, lads. Now's the best time of the week. The anytime try scorer multi. The ATS couch commentator multi.
So
Lucas,
because I've got
heard-
4 try scorers, I'll go last because I've got 4
Okay,
options.
yeah, sweet. So I've heard Lucas has picked a juicy one, so I'd love to hear what you got, mate.
Okay, so I'm the only one that hit last week.
He is
How Mole Olakiwatu.
big schmo.
What a try that was as well.
What a try that was. Now, my pick this week is in a game that's on tomorrow night. I've picked a Sharks player. He wears the number 11. His name is Britton Nakora.
Yes,
Ooh.
That's actually a good
that's
shout.
that's
Yes, it is.
That's filthy.
I'm
He
taking
is
Britton
a
Nakora.
gun hole runner, that bloke.
Yep, he sure is.
And Dan, what's your one?
Matt, he's been in some pretty good form this year. I did pick him as my number 1 fullback whenever we did that last week. It was so I'm going
Yeah.
Dylan Edwards.
Ooh, he's going to Deadwood. Beautiful. I like it. This is sounding
I'm adding all this up as we speak.
pretty juicy. And James, I'll let you go next. Out of your 4
I'm
picks, who
going-
you picking?
I'm going what I should have done last week. Go to what I know. Go to a loved family member, Mike Acevo.
Sivo.
He's scored a try a week. Like,
Mate.
I think he's top try scorer. Like, gotta have him.
He's at Combank as well.
Yeah, like
So, I mean, he loves
it's guaranteed
scoring
money.
at Combank.
Guaranteed money.
Wank Bank Arena.
All right. Now you guys have picked some pretty good ones here.
What do
I'm
you got
gonna
for
go a bloke who was on fire to start the season, hasn't scored too much lately. That I don't know if he scored last game. I'm gonna go Tabuai Fado,
Ooh.
the hammer
Wow.
Yeah,
against the Raiders. I
Raiders.
just think he's gonna sprint around him, maybe put a kick behind, score a try.
Okay, can I tell you guys? Okay, hold on a second.
I'm holding.
Holy shit. Okay, so Britton Okora,
Yep.
Dylan Edwards, Mike Asimo, the hammer.
Okay.
I want you guys to tell me what they're paying right now.
Also, my multi earlier was
I'm gonna stay
$12.91.
out of this because I've added it up as well. So
So I'll guess $14.
Oh, okay.
It couldn't
Brendan, what are you
be
thinking?
more than $16 on
Yeah,
that's it. I'm
That's
sure.
why you're not a fucking bookmaker, bro. $21.85.
What?
bro,
No
they're
way.
all paying fucking
No
$2
way.
as well.
Bang.
Printing
What?
money.
What?
How?
is
They're all paying $2. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah, we're getting on, boys. We are getting on.
Unbelievable scenes here. Guys, you've heard it here
Hashtag get
first. Yeah. Hashtag get on.
Get
You guys-
on.
You
Printing money.
guys have you've heard us talk about the game of the week, the game of the week. That is the multi of the week, mate.
That's the multi of the week.
That is
Followed
the-
shortly by Jim Sham.
Yeah, and then obviously Leach's lock, and then Lucas
There you
top
go,
team,
eh?
then Dan's number decision.
Everyone's better up here. Mine's just like when you're under the
But yeah,
desk.
good
Sweep that up,
podcast,
mate.
lads. Beautiful stuff. We got to end it shortly, but follow all the social medias. I mean, great podcast, lovely stuff, lads. We'll catch you in the next week. See you later.
Yeah.
Peace.